Leah, it is funny that it's Tuesday, and we were just talking before the show got started about just ways we keep ourselves safe in our home.
Yes.
Ways we try to stay prepared.
Yes. Well, and I mean, you and I are both consumers of true crime content,
yeah.
and sometimes it helps you feel, I guess, a little bit prepared in terms of like you're not navigating the world assuming that it's a perfectly safe place, and maybe you're like, ooh, if only that person had been a little bit more prepared in this area or that area, like, you know, maybe they could have avoided something. But that's why we really love our self-protection classes with Seaside Krav Maga in Lewis.
Yeah, and you know, it's funny too, some people here at Coast TV, they will not pick on us, they say it funny where they'll say, don't mess with Paige and Leah. They know how to defend themselves now, and it does feel pretty good.
It does,
yeah,
but it's true.
It is true, yeah, we're more prepared than we were a year ago.
That's exactly right.
Yep. So every time you go, you're going to be a little bit more prepared, and like Leah said, there are unfortunately some people who just think it couldn't happen near me. I live in a safe neighborhood, this would never happen. That's just not true. So today we are going to check in with Chris and Ted at Seaside Krav Maga in Lewis. They have this week's Get Home Safely tip.
Hi, I'm Chris Anderhagen.
And I'm Ted Dabbs, and we're here today at Seaside Dojo Krav Maga in Lewis with some more tips on how to get you home safely. Today we're going to talk about what to do if somebody is swinging a blunt object at you towards your head, such as a club. It could be a crowbar or any, maybe even a bottle, and what to do to defend yourself from that kind of an attack.
Yeah, you can't stop the motion, and you'll see that when you watch how we defend it. We deflect it. We don't go perpendicular to it because we'll get a broken arm, and that's not the way we want it to end. So some of the things that we do you won't see unless you know this technique. We deflect, and then we go with intensity like we talked about last week. You need to be going hard, and then you either leave, you can take the weapon away and use it if you need to.
Yeah, Chris, this is an excellent example of one of our principles in Krav where we talk about defending and attacking simultaneously. And you know, a lot of people, when they think about weapons, and other instructors possibly think about the actual weapon and trying to disarm the weapon. We're not trying to focus on that right now. We're trying to create an injury, and that in itself will actually disarm the weapon. So that's a more effective way than trying to actually get the weapon out of somebody's hand.
The other principle that is important here is it's counterintuitive, but I close the distance. I go in. If I get hit at the end of that weapon, that's where it's moving the fastest and has the most impact and power. I close the distance, so all I get hit with is its arm, takes the weapon out of play. It's counterintuitive, but it's one of Krav's techniques. Close the distance and start doing damage as quickly as you can.
And that's what we teach here at Seaside Krav Maga. We teach principle-based techniques and methods that work across all scenarios, whether you're athletic, whether you're young, whether you're old, they will work.
And it is important to note, we just want to remind you guys, they have classes for people of all ages.
Yeah.
And all experiences.
Which, I mean, when you think about it, it's never too early to start learning self-protection. So they do offer classes for kids.
Yeah, a lot of after-school programs. So parents, you can go, maybe watch a couple classes, and just maybe it'd be a good idea for your family.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you've ever had those moments too where like you think back to your own childhood and you're like, man, I'd have been kidnapped so many times. Like, so if you really do think about increasing that self-awareness, that just, you know, you're getting everybody prepared to hopefully never have to use any of the things you learn in that class, but at least that, even just that situational awareness, like we can't express enough how important that first step is.
Yeah. The classes can't hurt. They can only help you. So make sure you guys check them out. You can go on their Facebook, Seaside Dojo or Seaside Krav Maga. Again, they are in Lewis. But we have some more CoastLife coming your way for right now, so stay tuned. We'll be right back.
This segment of CoastLife was brought to you by Seaside Krav Maga.